Hey guys, it's Siobhan with Tukitty and Beyond. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the Taurus Full Moon as well as the 1111 portal that has been getting a lot of hype lately, and the energetic situation that I've been picking up on in association with those two influences. So today is the 12th, which is the full moon in Taurus, opposite Scorpio. And so this energy I've been feeling play out for a few days. Building up to the full moon, I always get what I call PMS, pre-moon syndrome. So it's kind of like actual PMS, or at least that's how it feels to me, where I get really touchy and emotional, easily triggered, and very, very sensitive. So this is something that I've experienced just about every single month, no matter what full moon it is, but especially during any water influences within the moon, so Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. Now it is opposite Taurus, which is great because I really, really love Taurian energy. It's very grounded, very stable, safe, and secure, very focused on finances and comfort, as well as this being a Scorpio influence, we have relationship factors coming up as well. So with Mercury retrograde, as in addition, at this time, we've also got a lot of opportunity to reflect on some of these issues financially and emotionally, as well as within relationships and how all of those things tie together. So I've been experiencing that in various different ways over the course of the past couple of days leading up to this full moon. Throughout Mercury retrograde, I've been changing my diet, which again relates to Taurus. Mercury retrograde is a great time to reevaluate and start to form new small habits in the day-to-day respect. So I've been changing my diet and doing a cleanse. I've been looking at areas of my finances and other opportunities to diversify, as well as how I relate to money in general and how my flow of abundance is impacted by my self-worth and my self-confidence. And I've also been experiencing some mirroring within relationships so that I can become aware of some of the underlying unconscious programming that I've been playing out. And so I'm really grateful for that because there's been a couple of pretty significant epiphanies that have come to me through surrender within this portal of activation. So on the topic of the 1111 portal, the Gregorian calendar and its numerology is not necessarily something that I invest my energy in. However, this particular 1111 portal was fairly significant, and I did feel it prior to it playing out. So around the 9th and the 10th of November, I started to feel the energies come in. So when I'm experiencing this, it feels like my blood sugar is getting low and I feel really, really tired with no explanation, no change of, no significant change in eating in the past couple of days, nothing like that. So it really just comes out of nowhere, quotation marks. And I feel that always before there's a significant rise in energy. And so I've tracked this for years. Whenever I go and I look at the Schumann resonance, there's some activity going on there. So there has been an increase in the frequency within the Schumann resonance as of yesterday and today, following a period of calm. And that usually seems to be the way that it goes. There's a period of calm and then some spikes, and then a period of calm and then some spikes. Don't quote me on that, but to date, that seems to be an overall theme. And that makes sense because when you experience these activations and this high energy really coming in and influencing you, your mind, your soul, your DNA, your physical body, we need time to integrate that. So we need time to process, we need time to, upload, download, integrate, and then get the processes back up and running. So we need periods of calm in between these extreme energetic spikes or waves or whatever you want to call them. So 1111 portal to me has been an activation. I've been seeing a lot of 999s and 1111s and 111s. So 9s representing death. I've also been seeing death around me. or having my attention and my focus drawn to understanding the concept of death and what it really means to me and in my life. So anytime that I've been seeing death in my life, I'm usually going through a period of transformation within myself. So for example, one time I found a dead hawk, and the hawk is actually one of my first spirit totems that came out. He's the messenger, and he brings me messages. So when I found literally the body of a dead hawk, I reflected on that very seriously, very, very seriously. And it actually ended up with me quitting my job. So there's lots of change going on. And whenever there's change, there's an opportunity for a new beginning. So whenever there's a death process, we have an opportunity to start something new. So 999 is the ending, 111 or 1111 is this new beginning. Ones also are an activation number. So a lot of the time, the first numerological synchronicity that people will see during their awakening process is the 1111. So this sign is a marker for spiritual awakening and enlightenment. It represents an activation of consciousness. And I've also been seeing a lot of 144. So 144 can relate to a couple of different things, one of them being the 144,000, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know about. So the 144,000 is a minimum number that was required of souls to come to Earth to help raise the consciousness of humanity during the ascension process of the Earth. So there's many more than that here now, many, many more than that. But that was sort of the required number to tip the scales. So the 144,000 are starseed beings or wanderers, travelers, parallel dimensional beings, whatever you want to label them. They come from all over. And so this is what the consciousness level is peaking at. So we're kind of bringing our own individual frequencies to the earth to help raise it, essentially. And the 144, or the number 144, also resonates to the Christ consciousness and the activation that involves within the DNA. So we have 144 strands that are being activated. We have total 12-strand DNA that is right now evolving from our current 2-strand DNA. So we are activating within ourselves our ability to reach higher levels of consciousness, both physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. So all of these factors go together. That's why it's the spirit, body, mind complex, the Trinity. All of these things are inseparable. We can't exist without a body, but in this reality, this is how we function, and it's all tied together. So the 144, the 111, and the 999, I feel like we're going through a death process of some of the programming that has been playing out through our DNA. So a lot of those DNA codes are being turned off or deleted, and we are being activated with new codes of consciousness and physical programming through our DNA at this time. So through the 144 and the 1111 numerological activation codes, if you will. So with all of that going on right now, it can feel a little bit much. And with any energy update, we get ascension symptoms, or with energy activations, we usually get some ascension symptoms. You guys will know what that feels like or what that looks like for you. And it's going to be different for everybody. So for me, I get the low blood sugar. I need to eat more. I need to rest more. I get really tired. Sometimes I get headaches or I get irritable. Sometimes I start to feel itchy and aggravated, like my skin is crawling. But it depends on the level of the frequency and the duration that the frequency is high. So this time I haven't been getting any skin crawling, which is good because that's not my favorite symptom. But I have been experiencing emotional sensitivity and some triggering as well as some conflict, which is related again to the Taurus full moon as well as Mercury retrograde. So we've got this opportunity to go over some of the things that are repeating from our past, and these are things that are stored in our DNA. So whatever happened in your past, whether it was a past life or whether it was your past here in this incarnation, it's imprinted into the DNA through consciousness, through your experience, especially if it was emotionally charged. So these are the things that are coming up into our awareness so that we can change them, so that we can alter that programming, rewrite it, recode it, and move forward with an expanded sense of self, as well as our relationship with other selves, because every other person is another version of you. So when you're attracting people who have certain issues or programs that are running within them, that's a good indication that that's something that you're running as well, because like attracts like, and the law of vibration really draws individuals together who have a similar frequency. So if you're seeing something in somebody else, that's a good indication that it's going on within you as well. And it could be repressed or suppressed, or it could be something that you are, willingly not looking at. So this is where shadow work really comes in. Mercury retrograde periods are great for that. It's an assessment period. We get to look at the past and really pick things apart to understand it. And then we get these opportunities for enlightenment, expansion, and these massive epiphanies that can come when we surrender to this process. So your level of resistance to what's happening will denote your level of awareness and evolution. So if you're resisting, then you will get less awareness and therefore less evolution. And if you are surrendering and you are allowing this process to evolve on its own, to surrender to what's happening despite the fact that it may be uncomfortable, then you can have a greater propensity for expansion and evolution therein. So in my own experience, that's what's been happening for me. I've been resisting initially, and then I realized that I was resisting, that I didn't want to see these things, and so I surrendered, I broke down and allowed the epiphanies to come in. And that was when I got all of this information that I was looking for. And it was right in front of my face the whole time, but I didn't see it until I surrendered. So I highly recommend doing that, even though it's uncomfortable. It can even be painful, definitely emotionally triggering and difficult. Not difficult, challenging, definitely emotionally challenging. But that's what we came here to do. And the obstacles really make us more... They bring us strength. The obstacles, the challenges, the blocks, dealing with all of these different obstructions to who we really are, it helps us to find out who we actually are, or to rather remember who we are at soul level. So I hope everybody's doing well through this transit, through these energetic peaks and troughs that we've been experiencing in November and going forward. I'm excited to continue on this journey with you guys. So if you need any additional support, please reach out to me. I can do tarot readings as well as Reiki healing sessions, and I will be offering soul realignment Akashic record readings at some point in the future. I will let you guys know, and I will update my services and offerings at that point. But as of now, I'm still just offering the various different types of tarot readings and the Reiki healing sessions, which are amazing. So if you guys need any additional support, please reach out to me at siomcg41@outlook.com so that we can book a session or a reading for you. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening, for supporting the channel, and for being here on Earth during this ascension process. I love you guys, and we'll see you next time. Bye.